What is up, everybody? Jeremy Ice and Fire here, and welcome back to the channel. And today, we are going to be taking a look at and breaking down the Season 2, Episode 3 trailer of From, airing this Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern. The upcoming third episode is entitled Tether, and it has a pretty interesting episode synopsis by the look of it. It states that Kenny and Ellis make a grisly discovery out in the forest, and meanwhile, Boyd struggles with the reality of what's happening to him. And of course, we did see at the end of episode 2, Boyd is definitely infected with the same parasitic worms that the old man in that tower was infected with as well, when the old man cut Boyd and gave him his blood. Which I'm sure is going to be a major running theme going on this season, Boyd dealing with exactly what is happening to him physically. Initially, when it was just the spider bites, I thought maybe Boyd is going to be okay, maybe these spider bites might in fact cure his Parkinson's, because as we've stated in a previous video, scientists are currently right now experimenting with spider venom as a potential cure for Parkinson's. And again, shout out to the YouTube channel Fromily for originally making that connection. But either way, it's going to be pretty interesting to see what kind of effect these things have on Boyd. At the end of the previous episode, it almost looked when Boyd was in the woods when his vision was very blurry and the monsters were kind of closing in on him and they end up just kind of waltzing right by him. I don't know if they just didn't see him because he was hiding behind the tree, or maybe the parasitic worms are giving him some type of camouflage against the monsters, but it kind of seemed like they kind of just walked right by him and didn't notice him. But I guess we'll find out. But definitely let me know down in the comment section below as well, what do you think these parasitic worms are going to end up doing to Boyd in the long run? Will they end up having an adverse effect on Boyd, or could they potentially be something that's going to help? The Episode 3 trailer starts off with two of my favorite characters finally getting a chance to meet up together and talk about some of the weirdness that is going on in this town. And that is, of course, Jade and Victor. And I do think that the combination of Jade, Victor, and Ethan are probably going to be the duo or the trio that solves the majority of the mysteries going forward. I just have a feeling that those three are going to be the ones that uncover the most clues about what is going on. With Boyd, too, of course. Boyd, I feel, is going to be at the heart of everything. But I'm really looking forward to the point where we get that awesome trio of Victor, Ethan, and Jade working together to kind of solve the mysteries of the symbols that they're seeing and all of the other weirdness that is going on. But here we have Jade and Victor, and Jade is asking Victor about this weird symbol that he keeps seeing everywhere that seems to precede one of the visions that Jade has. Almost every time Jade sees one of those symbols, he's almost followed by a weird vision of his. The most recent one being the vision of the same doll that scared the ever-living daylights out of Victor when they were down in the tunnels. But at this point, Jade definitely seems to be on a personal mission to find out exactly what this symbol is and what it means. And he's telling Victor here that he even thinks it could potentially be the key to them getting out of there. And I definitely think it's going to play a major part as to whatever else is going on in this town. The creators of From have stated in the past that the mythology of the story is at the heart of the plot. So all of these symbols, everything that we're seeing, none of it is random. All of it is going to mean something down the road. It's just a matter of what does it mean. And the question now is, how much does Victor know about these symbols? Because Victor has been in this town longer than any other living human being, at least that we know of up to this point. He's been there at least since around the early 60s from what we could tell when he was a young kid at that first flashback that we saw when pretty much the entire town, other than him, ended up getting slaughtered. And we still have no clue what is going on there. But we do know that the boy in white was around back then as well, and he has seemingly not aged ever since. Which leads me to believe that he is some type of spirit or entity that may be good, might be bad, still too early to tell. But I do think the ominous look on Victor's face here is a little bit telling. I have a feeling Victor has seen these symbols before. And poor Victor too, man. All he wants to do is probably just go and play his violin and just be left alone in peace. Next, we see that Boyd has indeed made his way back to the town, and he and his son Ellis are having a discussion in what looks to be the sheriff's station. And Ellis seems to be having a little bit of a breaking point here, and Boyd is just kind of reassuring him that no, this town will not win, they will find a way out. And of course, last time we saw Ellis and Boyd together was at the end of Season 1 when Boyd and Sara were taking off on their big adventure to try and find some type of way out of this nightmarish realm that they are trapped in. But here we are a few days later, and Boyd is back in town with seemingly no answers and, if anything, only more questions. Next, we see Jim has safely made it out of the rubble that used to be their old house, and Jim is telling Tabitha that he cannot lose her. And this place clearly has brought their family much closer together. When Season 1 first kicked off, we could see that the Matthews family were clearly at the end of their rope. It seemed like they were going on one last final vacation with the kids before the parents got separated. But it seems like this place has brought them a little closer together, and they seem to be that much closer to healing as a family. Because one thing we did learn about the reason for their estrangement was apparently they had another son named Thomas who ended up passing away. Then we see Julie and Tabitha walking out of the barn, and Tabitha sees the mysteriously creepy children in front of her, similar to the children that she saw down in the caves with Victor in episode 1 as well. And I have a feeling that whoever these creepy kids are, they are going to be a pretty big part into Tabitha's story in Season 2. And whatever they are, they seem to be a little similar to whatever the boy in white is, because it seems like Julie cannot see them and only Tabitha can. And these kids have definitely seen better days. They almost look like they are victims of some type of radiation burns, it almost looks like. But let me know down in the comment section below, what exactly do you guys think these creepy new mysterious children are, and what type of connection are they going to have to the boy in white, if any at all? But that is where the trailer ends, and I'm really looking forward to Sunday to see what this episode is going to bring. Unfortunately, we haven't seen any Sara, and from the rumors that I have heard, Sara will not be making an appearance until episode 4, so we might not see any Sara in this episode either, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. But let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. What are you looking forward to for episode 3 of From this Sunday? And as always, don't forget to leave a like on your way out, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications to stay up to date on all of our upcoming content, as we will be covering all things From going forward. And as always, I want to thank everybody out there for watching, and we will see you on the next one.